Brenden, how are you?
Hey Sam, good, thanks.
You guys went 4-1-0 on your road trip. Just can you kind of evaluate the team in that stretch and how you kind of move on or carry that momentum moving forward?
Well, I think we just got to play the same way, but here at home. Or you're playing so many games in a short period of time. It's not like you're really getting a lot of practice time to work on things. You've kind of got to make adjustments on the fly, and I think when you're on the road, especially for us, we were just playing simple. We weren't trying to do anything crazy or go out of our comfort zone. And I think especially on this road trip, the game we lost to Boston, we know what we did wrong. We know what we need to improve on, and it's pretty black and white when we're playing Capitals hockey. We're usually going to give ourselves a good chance to win.
If I could follow up playing without Tom for the next 6 games, do you feel like guys have to step up more from the physicality standpoint, or how do you guys kind of compensate without a player like Tom Wilson?
Well, I think Tom is so instrumental to this team, and I think he's shown that he's expanded his game over the last couple of years. He's a guy that plays all situations, power play, penalty kill. 5-on-5, he drives play, he gets the forecheck going, he opens up space for a lot of guys, and ultimately he's a big part of this team, and we know the loss we have, and we knew going into that Philly game that it's a big hole. It's not like you can just plug someone in and be a Tom Wilson. It's going to have to be by committee, and I think physicality is a big thing, and whether it's myself or other guys, just playing hard and playing smart and disciplined too. I think that was something in the games where we've kind of gotten away from that, and we've taken penalties or whatever it might have been. We usually get in trouble, but I think, from a discipline standpoint and just playing hard, Tom brings that, and, we're going to have to pull up our socks, I guess, and for all of us.
Thank you.
We're going to Tarek El-Bashir with The Athletic.
Brenden, I got a funny one for you. So, I know that most hockey players don't enjoy speaking to the media, but I know you do. At least it seems like you do. I would hang out near your locker here at MedStar and get some good quotes from you. How has the Zoom age kind of changed your relationship with us, or just how you communicate and get across what you're trying to say?
Yeah, well, I think it's definitely different. Everything from the fans to the media. But I think for media, usually you guys are in there pretty quick after practices or games, and you don't get a lot of time to kind of decompress. And some guys, you can be, sometimes you can be emotional, or for instance, the last couple of games, after the game against Boston, maybe guys could have said things that they might not want to. And once you kind of just decompress, relax, and understand what's going on, and you can kind of make a little bit more of a educated, I guess, interview or whatever it might be. But it's something too where when you're playing the same teams a lot, there's not much, I don't think, really media wise. Maybe there's some more rivalries we can maybe come up with or something, but I don't know. Hopefully it's not too boring for you guys, and you can still get the questions in that you want to. Again, everyone's adjusting on the fly here.
Do you ever zone out and start looking for things that are in people's backgrounds, or just to keep yourself entertained?
Yeah, our setup here, it's Zoom. We've been on enough Zoom things, I think, for us NHL players over the last couple months, year now coming up. So I don't know if you want to call us pros at using it by now, but we've definitely gotten used to the new normal.
Cool, thanks, man.
Yep.
We'll go to Tom Galletti with NHL.com.
Hey, Brenden, the 2 games you played in Jersey against them, you did a pretty good job limiting their rush chances. They're a pretty young and fast team. What was the difference in those games, maybe compared to the first period, particularly the game here when you guys played them?
Yeah, well, like you said, that's their identity. They're young, they're fast. They create a lot of offense, have a lot of high-end skill, and with that, you got to do your best to take it away. I think that's the only way to defensively go against that. I think for us, and when we're playing, to our identity, we're clogging up the neutral zone. We're usually playing well with sticks, and they can score goals, and they just beat a good Boston team, and that's a team that they're trying to clutch and grab for every point they can. Even though we're still only mid-20s on games, these points for teams, especially a team like Jersey, where we've had success against them the last couple of games, they're going to come in and be motivated, and they're again a team maybe that hasn't won a lot in the last couple of games, but is definitely very dangerous if you let them off the hook.
I don't know how much you got to play against him last year, but have you noticed a difference in Jack Hughes this year with a year of confidence and got a little bigger also? Have you seen a difference in him?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think he's been dangerous the games we played against him. He's a guy who again, whether it's on the half wall on the power play or when he gets the puck coming back, those high-end skill players, you can't give them a lot of room. And especially as you said, I'm sure he's been working on his strength and these types of things. And I think for all guys that are young players that are coming in, it's a big adjustment, the NHL. You got 30, 40-year-old guys that are strong and battle for pucks, and it's not just junior or college anymore. And I think for him, he's obviously adjusted to that and gotten better, and he's a big part of that team.
Thank you.
Go to Scott Abraham with ABC7.
What's up, Brenden? Good to see you, man. Do you feel like the adjustment period is over with kind of learning Lavi's system and vice versa, Lavi learning you guys? I mean, do you feel like you guys are all on the same page and it's full systems go now?
I think so for the most part. It was a bit of a feeling out period, I think, for the players. Do you get to see the adjustments and the changes from the previous staff, and I think we know what's expected of us. I think Lavi's been as advertised. He's an honest coach that tells us what he expects from you personally and what he expects from the team. And I think as a player, that's all you can really ask for, to know what your role is and where you stand. And I think for our team as a whole, it's pretty black and white of what makes us successful and being able to play, and not just play well, but win. And when we're not doing that, we're usually on the losing end of things. So us as players too, I'm sure he's gotten to know what we are, and you can kind of see some chemistry with lines and pairs and these types of things settle in here through the kind of almost halfway point of the season. So I think that's been a good thing for us, and coming off a big road trip, we've got to continue to use that and not use the the short training camp or whatever it is as excuses anymore.
I wanted to ask you a quick follow-up on playing in front of fans. I know you guys had your first taste in Philadelphia. Does that give you kind of excitement and maybe some hope that fans might be returning to Capital One Arena again?
I think that was probably 23 guys' questions as we were getting on the bus after the game, is when are we next? When can we get some fans back in? It was nice to hear some boos. It was nice to hear a little bit of anything in that last game, and just even in warm-ups, the buzz. And that's one of the best parts about being an NHL player, is just getting to have 20,000 people cheering for you. Especially for us with Wash, we've got an unbelievable fan base where we're able to be fortunate enough at home games to be sold out for the most part, and it gives that as a little bit more kind of motivation in the game. So it's kind of out of our control, obviously, and we're definitely patiently, hopefully, awaiting that day sooner than later.